Just as Lyra came down the porch steps to greet me, she paused mid-step, her sharp gaze flicking between me and the pair. I knew what she wanted to say, so I cut her off before she could open her mouth. Mom sent these supplies for you. Be sure to sort them quickly, some of it won't keep for long. I didn't spare Nicho, my so-called maid, a glance. The man had made his choices loud and clear these past few weeks. But today, he surprised me by speaking up, his voice laced with a faint calm. Aurea, don't misunderstand. Selina's old den was too close to rogue territory, and I couldn't leave her there unprotected. So, I found her a safer place nearby. I didn't realize it was this close to your aunt's home. By the way, why do you have so much stuff? I directed the driver to unload the crates into Lyra's kitchen as I replied casually. You don't need to explain yourself to me, Nicho. My mom bought these things. We don't know when we'll be back, so she sent extra. Nicho visibly relaxed at my indifference, though his relief only deepened my irritation. No problem. The North Reach isn't far from here. Just let me know if you need anything, he said lightly, as if we were still close enough to share pleasantries. He didn't know yet that I was staying here for good, and I had no intention of telling him. Aunt Lyra, who had been watching silently, finally spoke up. Nicho, you've known Aurea for so long. Is this really how things are between you now? It'd be a shame to let misunderstandings ruin what you've built. Before Nicho could respond, I shook my head, my voice firm. There's no misunderstanding, Aunt Lyra. Nicho doesn't let one linger. If he hasn't explained by now, then there's nothing left to say. Selina shifted uncomfortably, her tired expression drawing his attention immediately. You look pale, he murmured to her, concern softening his tone. He turned to the driver. Hold off on the deliveries for now. We'll use the elevator first. Watching him fuss over Selina, I stepped aside to let them pass. Nicho hesitated, his eyes flicking to mine for a brief moment, but when I said nothing, he hurried into the elevator with her. As the door slid shut, I caught a fleeting glimpse of their reflection. Selina's wide-eyed gratitude, and Nicho's protective stance. The image stirred an unwelcome memory of a younger me, back when Nicho had first marked me as his mate. He'd been just as attentive then, carrying my belongings into his den with a wide grin, calling me the future Luna of the Shadowclaw pack. Aunt Lyra sighed, her expression tinged with regret. Are you really okay with this, Aurea? I turned to her with a tight smile. I don't have a choice. If this is where his loyalty lies, then so be it. After delivering the supplies to Aunt Lyra, I decided to leave, before losing my patience. Yet as I stood outside waiting for the driver, Nicho and Selina were still upstairs, their absence gnawing at me. Out of courtesy to what we once had, I pulled out my phone and sent him a short message. When are you heading back? The response came almost immediately, though not in the way I'd expected. A voice message. When I hit play, Selina's sweet, high-pitched voice filled my ears. Aurea, Nicho's helping me fix the wiring in the den. This place hasn't been lived in for a while, so there's a lot to sort out. You should head home. Don't let us hold you up. I stared at the screen for a moment before closing the chat. I could already feel the pity bubbling in my chest, threatening to spill over, but I swallowed it down. As I climbed into the waiting car, another message buzzed through. By the way, Aurea, please don't take this the wrong way. Nicho's just helping me out because he feels sorry for me. It's hard living alone in a new pack. The bitterness rose in my throat as her words echoed in my mind. She wanted me to know how closely she relied on him and how willingly he answered her calls. I barely noticed when Nicho called moments later. I picked up, his voice sharp with frustration. Aurea, why were you so cold to Lina earlier? She's a subordinate, and it's my duty to ensure she's safe. Her situation's temporary until the pack finds her proper accommodation. Isn't it normal for me to help her? I laughed bitterly, though there was no humor in it. Since when do you go out of your way for your subordinates? At the last full moon feast, you sulked and left early because you claimed you weren't feeling well. I didn't even question it. But now, you're going above and beyond for her. I could hear soft sobs in the background. Selina's sobs. Her voice was as carefully fragile as she could make it. Nicho, maybe I should leave. I don't want to cause trouble between you and Selina. Nicho growled low, the protective tone in his voice sharp. No one's leaving, Selina. Don't listen to her. My chest tightened at the sound of his growl. He hadn't used that tone for me in years. I took a deep breath, forcing my emotions down. Fine, Nicho, you're right. My mistake for asking. Don't worry, I've already left. You don't need to come back for me. I ended the call, silencing the protest forming on his lips.